Hello, welcome back to Disco Elysium. It's me, Proustian, and I am here, and it's Wednesday morning, which means the canal will be open, and that's good because I don't know what else I have to do. So let's see if we can. How do I head that way? I think it's this. Yeah, the road. That's right. Also, I should see, why is my journal saying things? Oh, because I did that. Okay. Cool. Oh, hey. Are these the construction guys, maybe? Oh, I can't talk to them. Interesting. Okay, but okay, so that billboard is gone now. And so is the
A
salami
rusty
guy.
control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle.
Pull the lever again.
You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the water lock starts moving.
Nice.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Focus on one thing, achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
Yes, but I think all my tasks are that way. So let's see here. What do I have? The signatures are that way. Ooh, who knows? Who knows? He's that way. Oh, I could call Alice back. You know what? Let's go do that while we're here with the car. And it's been another day.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots?
Sorry, sir. I still haven't heard back from the database people. Try calling again later. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Okay.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of
Okay, so she maybe needs into later in the day? That's fine. What else have we got before I go wandering too far? In the fishing village, talk to the girl, find smokes. I also need to find 20 real. Badge, who knows? That will take a while. Joyce again. Ask around about that hasn't come up with anybody. Maybe it will further south. Secret passages, I'm not, who knows? And I still need to find whatever it was that was just listed there in my mind. I've lost it. It's no longer in front of my face and I forget what it was. There are a lot of things I need to find, actually. The radio hums with electricity. The radio relay. Yes. Okay. What is that? How do I get down there? A breaker box to power the radio pylon above you. Maybe there's something inside? Ahead, decades-old concrete defenses. Children play on them now. Yeah. What's with this breaker box? Oh, nice. 90 cents. Was that people replacing the fuse with coins? Creaking head, a broken axle grinding. Oh no! That's not gone well. What is that? Banged up fuel canister. A new tool, I guess? A new item? A dented stainless steel canister for transporting and storing heavy fuel oil. A logo on its side has been partially stripped over years of use. The government-issued red-dyed fuel oil inside looks like paint, though it smells much, much worse. That's like what what's-her-name was using. Cindy, maybe?
A banged-up motor carriage lies half-submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
Oh, I had forgotten about the tire tracks in Martinez. Okay. So this is where the tracks on the plaza were leading to.
It appears to be so.
The lieutenant has a peculiar look in his eye as he inspects the wreckage. Alright, let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
The lieutenant replies, his eyes never leave the sunken vehicle.
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
Huh. A sudden sinking feeling. I'm like, again, it's like, was Harry driving this car? Like, I really want to know what made him go on that huge bender. Okay, run your hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it.
What is the make of the MC? Can I see a logo?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
Well, that doesn't help. How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
It's like Jacob Irv's journey came to an abrupt end here.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
No. Did you say something, Lieutenant? No, he did not. I don't feel like I understand the tone of this one. Crazy. I'm just gonna say enough gloating. This is serious.
Yes, quite.
The lieutenant seems to be inspecting you more closely than the motor carriage. Alright, what should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket.
How long will it take for the low tide to come in? Wouldn't that be to go out?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Alright. Okay, let's sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
I can whistle a tune. Sure.
The tune on your lips forms a strange, yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance, then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher-pitched and slightly more melodic trill.
Hey, we're whistling together.
Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and the sunken car.
Delightful.
The wind blows. In the distance, behind the church, some vagrants are having an argument over a bag of tear they found in the reeds. Further away, a flock of seagulls lands. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Oh, I guess I missed the chance to point out the blue of the car. Oh, God. I'm not gonna... That is... Oh, Jesus. Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches? Oh, my God. I would like to hear more about Kim's family, but I don't want to ask him like this. Poof. Tide sure is taking its sweet time.
I believe it's following a pattern set millions of years ago by cosmic forces. But I suppose it could move quicker, yes?
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Oh, interesting. If you have to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose?
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
I understand. You're saying you're siding with the Union.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Can you make out the mark now?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Capri, Model 40.
His eyes turn to you.
Yes. Why haven't you?
Because you didn't want to.
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people.
This is Harry's car. Harry crashed this car. I am like 100% sure about this. Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical.
Oh no. Oh no.
Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
Right. This is so close. Oh God, no.
I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. He's known since we arrived.
41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
We'll start with saying no.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
Okay. Oh my God, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea. Proceed.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Things were going so well, we were just whistling merrily.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Huh. The badge, the gun, and now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything.
Yeah. Maybe I was in pursuit of someone?
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Yeah, how do we get it out? I feel like the answer is we don't.
Detective, we don't.
Yeah.
A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
So it's just gonna be there like that?
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
They're not gonna take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
Oh, thanks, Kim. He's trying to cheer you up. Well, at least I can see what's in there now. Maybe my badge will be in it.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
I found the traffic hooligan. God damn. It was me all along. Take all. RCM Commander's jacket. And my badge. Yes, I do have my badge. That's exciting, actually. And let me take a look at this jacket. It's very official. A black uniform jacket with RCM signature white rectangle on its right sleeve and backside. Letters inside the collar read LTN 2JFR. The jacket is of exceptional quality other than some minor wear and tear. Okay. This one was esprit de corps and shivers. Kind of like the longer jacket. But good to know if I need the visual calculus instead. They both had the +1 esprit de corps, but... Okay. Just kind of double checking my, things that I have here. Okay. Cool. I feel like I could go talk to Joyce again now that I have my badge. The ice is just off the coast crackles, shifting. A bottle drained of all its booze is frozen to the ice. Oh, goddamn. Then I can't pick it up. Horrible. Footprints in the snow. They lead away from the accident. Yeah. The underside of the boat has been recently tarred. Oh, the fisherman shacks. Okay, so... Oh, it is tempting to just kind of keep going here. But I do want to go back and talk to Joyce. There's a boat tucked away underneath the tarpaulin cover. Before I get too deep into this other stuff. Oh, there's like, stuff over here? Traffic beyond the gate. More abandoned lorries. Interesting. Oh, thank God. Healing items. Need some of those. Ooh. Jamrock biker cop sunglasses? There they are. Ah, +1 empathy. Feel the streets, leave the reason behind. As opposed to my current glasses, which give me -1 authority. See, I need to be careful with those when, yeah, I'll put these on for a bit. When I'm dealing with the Hardy Boys. Sign says no entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star on it. We've seen this star before. Is that part of the communist logo? Or is that a deer? I don't remember. Okay. Let's go talk to Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Hey, about my missing badge again.
I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal protocol.
You'll never guess what I found. My badge. Show her your badge.
Did you? Wonderful.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, the faded green pearls of her eyes scanning left to right.
Quickly, methodically, like an electric printing machine.
It is a relief to see a W freighter here. The situation is precarious, to say the least. It needs a quick solution, or we will have a bloodbath on our hands.
You said contain the solution or situation?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Oh dear.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Oh, is it?
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
So tell me again, how are the lynching and the strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as
Yeah.
I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him.
Yeah, I mean, this is the story we've heard.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
And it all makes sense except for the shooting.
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Oh dear.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
I have to say, this is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
She grabs hold of the mainsail.
if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Debarders have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
Ugh.
These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
This is a pretty bleak scenario you're describing.
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois.
W. Freighter. Why is she calling me that?
All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell me about Crenell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
I wonder if that's... I forget if that's a name we've heard, but we know they've had previous names, and we're tracking that down with the armor.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
She thinks.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
She thinks.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company? Tell them to call them off.
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
Yeah, we've heard this. Well, let's hear more. You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on, then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Yes, we have, Kim. People have mentioned it.
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk. Maybe on narcotics, too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
Okay, this colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was?
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There's a pang of regret to her voice.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, ma'am. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent. Oranese. Or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
And where are the remaining two mercs?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
She puts her foot on the guard wire for balance.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Okay. Where are they?
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
That makes sense. One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
She's poised and unperturbed.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
I had another question for you.
I hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Oh, yeah, now I can ask about the tattoos.
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
I'll stay quiet, observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like vias on a microcircuit?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What's the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Huh. What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
She points to it on the photo.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
She points to his heart. What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Vredefort? Vredefort has a military academy. The Semines Islands saw a recent conflict. In Revachol, he was executed.
Maybe it's a record of his military career?
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere.
But leave it off the schedule means that I ask somebody who's not the mercs, or that it doesn't become a side quest. I mean, I agree that asking the mercs seems like a bad idea. I'll say this.
I am relieved you think so. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security.
I'm still curious about them. Alright, that's all the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Okay. I think that's it. Oh, I guess I could have asked her more about reality, but I got my reality lowdown. Okay. Yeah, so I can still ask somebody else. It just doesn't have to be the mercs. Although it might be. If I get desperate. Someone's broken down the fence and the barbed wire. Well, that's convenient for me, since I can go through there. Before I do that...
Great news. The boat is big enough for a grown man like you to fit underneath it in a supine position.
Oh my god. Is this gonna be my free place to sleep? Wait, what would I be doing under there?
I don't know. Sleeping? What do people do under boats? This is merely a measurement from your visual cortex. Do with it what you want.
Great news, I found somewhere new to sleep.
Huh?
Oh no. I said great news, I found somewhere to sleep. Point at the boat. Under this boat here. It'll be free.
Sarcastic self-pity is not what we need at this moment, officer.
I agree, Kim. Myself, I think it's a terrible idea, but for Harry, it might be okay.
I understand the situation looks grim, but we must continue with our investigation.
You have a home somewhere. All cops do. When this is done, you can return.
So it's not going to be my free option, which is fine. I don't actually want to sleep under a boat. How do I get up there? Oh, I go around this way. Got it. Kim is like, no thanks. I do not believe in following you through this pathing. Oh, I got trousers. I love how I just find clothes. +1 to Kingdom of Conscience. Moralist pants. Tailored trousers in light brown, moderate in every aspect. They're absolutely unremarkable. In other words, perfect. Sure, because my other pants have the -1 savoir-faire. They do the +1 electrochemistry.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll
Like-
blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
I like regular normal things.
I know you do. These Inter-Isolari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this. That's for sure. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be.
Interesting.
Makes sense. This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you.
Makes me boring. Maybe, but they don't have a negative stat. You see dust-covered linen, striped tulips on bed. Okay. There's the gate. Come on. blocks charred, a makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting. I think that's a bench I can sit on for time, which I don't need to worry about right now. Bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. Okay. Sounds of life in the north. A washboard scrubs filth from fabric. Through the broken glass, dusty shelves, and a forgotten chair. Oh, here comes Kim. Okay. Got something, I think, to sell. What's inside this shack? A bow tie? Oh my god. I don't think I want to put on the bow tie though, because the necktie is like... somehow you feel it would be wrong to ever take it off. You would be betrayed if you change it for so I'm not gonna take it off. +2 drama, theater kid. You're sure that wearing this tie is a statement. You're not sure what kind of statement though. Coal City 08 postcard. Cool breeze is enough to make the wall planks creak. Okay, so now I've got another postcard. This postcard depicts a forest of smokestacks releasing fat plumes of smoke into blue, cloudless sky. The tinge of age, the color of old teeth, it gives a sickly look. Written on the back is a simple sentence, repeated twice. I got out. I got out. No addressee. Oh, interesting. See dark red hair in the dim light of the room. What if I put on my flashlight? Will that help me see anything else? I feel like maybe not. Okay, still nothing. Alright. Okay. Puts me back down here. There are some people to talk to, which I will want to start doing. A wedding stone well worn and covered in rust. White curtains have been drawn shut. No looking in. Oh, I can go inside the cinder block house. Yes, more money. Construction material. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. Okay, I'll talk to you. Hello? The woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the Apricot Sujunti.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Then how does she know you're here?
If you can't see, how did you know I was here?
I still have a golden ear. Come, come.
She beckons you forward. Lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
What he said. We're cops, we don't cause trouble, we take care of trouble. I mean, maybe in this game.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Wait, I've been here before. No, I think she just means cops.
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. locked himself in that woodshed over there.
She points to the building behind her.
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
What kind of an ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
I am an ill omen, all right.
You're not. No one around here considers us an ill omen. People would have told us.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Kim.
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built.
Delightful.
I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Sure, where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave.
Yeah.
That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
Ooh. How much is it?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Wait, hold on, you're just giving it to me?
No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can stay there.
She tilts her head on the side, pondering over something. Oh my god. You know what? I am gonna complain about Gart. There's this guy, Gart, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold.
That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. They might not look like much, but they are ours.
Okay. Wait, why isn't anyone using the room?
My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm.
You've got yourself a tenant. Oh my god. Who would stay at the Whirligan Rags? I have no money. I have barely 5 real. I don't even have 5 real. You've got yourself a tenant.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
A key appears from under her apron. She hands it to you.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
He looks around. Listen, it's better than the boat on the beach. Okay, what is in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east. But they're away right now.
She nods her head across the courtyard.
And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
Who? What drunks?
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
She slowly shakes her head. There's gotta be something here. Tell me.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot. Small houses under them, an overgrown park.
The pox? What's that?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain.
She looks towards the buildings to the south.
After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder-block houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see.
What happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
I feel like there probably is not a way, but I'm gonna ask.
Here? For you?
Yeah.
No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to find.
Alright, there's another topic.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr...
Call me Harry.
Why, I guess I will, Harry. Aye, it just rolls off the tongue. I used to know a Harry. Strong lad, but dumb as a rock.
What happened to him?
He did too many narcotics. So many, he fell off his boat and split his skull on a buoy. Folks who saw it say his head cracked open like a melon. Nasty, nasty.
She rubbed soap off her hands. What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
What else is down the coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Wait, apartments or electrical plant?
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
Who'd want to come to a fish market here?
No one. That's why it's closed. It was once a bustling place, back when I was young, and so was everyone else. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else.
Alright, got it.
As I said, it's a peninsula. There's no one there, just ghosts and vagrants, and teenagers making out.
Ooh, I was asked to do this, but I'm nervous. She gave me a house, a room, and I don't want her to get evicted because I'm getting signatures forever. I'll have to think about that. The street side is illegible below the graffito. Okay, where is my house? Is this my house? My new shack? First, what's in the barrel? Yeah. Can we look in the window? Can't see the house from this angle. Sure.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Unlock the shack door with the key.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangements. But just so you know, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the Whirling in Rags for the night.
Yep.
We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
That makes sense.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
Okay, let me... Yep. Home sweet home.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it.
Oh,
But it
interesting.
with the expression.
Okay. Yeah. So I still have a mirror. That makes sense. See the waves, the sea, a church.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Is shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew.
Sure, let's try it.
Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly.
My portrait changed in the bottom. Oh, it looks so different now. I don't know. Hope this was the right decision.
Beneath the damp sprouts a new vigor, like you've discarded some bad decisions. It feels as though you've passed through a ritual, emerged from cold water, even.
Was shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. You almost look like a professional.
Nice. Floorboards creak under your step. Old science fiction magazines, books about birdwatching, an almanac from 39. The intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. Okay.
A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum.
Listen.
The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
My new hangout where I could silently sit, drink, and die while looking at the waves rolling.
Behind the half-built cinder block house at the other end of the village, there are 3 people drinking. Your new crew. You don't need the old crew. Oh no, you have a new crew to get drunk with. You already were a part of their crew once. You can get drunk with them again. You're probably going to hang out there a lot, behind that cinder block house. It's where you belong.
No, wait, I changed my mind. I want to choose again.
There is no going back.
Oh.
Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Look under the floorboards.
Okay. Using a thermodynamic expander condenser cycle. Nice. Look under the floorboards. Do I have a way to do that? I got a new jacket. Corrosive jacket. Okay, well I don't seem to have a way to look at the floorboards, and I think I am out of time. So I'll have to look at that jacket and everything next time. So I'll catch you later. Bye!